Hey guys, Matt Pierce here, or Mark 6 Matt, and this is the Mark 6 here, but what is this? Oh, it seems I have bought a new vehicle. As you guys know, I sold the TDI just a few weeks ago, actually. Sold it in a day, which was really nice, but it was so I could purchase this, the first Miata that started it all. This is a 1993, so the last year of the original Miata, and this is a base model, so this is about as Miata as it gets, and I'll go into explaining that in a little bit, but I thought I'd give you guys a little walk around of my latest purchase. I guess you could call this like the budget Miata, because I got it for a fairly good deal. I think this was $6 grand, 131,000 miles, obviously stick shift, all of that great stuff. But the real main reason I wanted to buy this specific one, and I messaged the guy on Facebook 3 hours after he listed this car, is because it is very, very clean underneath. I mean, there's a little surface rust in some areas, obviously. It's a freaking 30-year-old car, but for a Miata, this is really like as clean as it gets. Obviously, no rocker panel rust, really, nothing crazy like that. I mean, there's a little bit of like surface rust up here maybe, but this is all very hard metal. I mean, I don't think this thing was ever driven in the snow, obviously, probably garaged most of its life. A little bit of faded paint here in terms of the condition here. This paint's all right, but yeah, I'm gonna see if I can touch up and fix the paint up a little bit. That's on my list of items for this car. It's in good mechanical shape. It drives fine and everything. No engine light, nothing like that. But yeah, you'll notice there's a few little dings and scrapes on the body that I'm gonna try to address. This side's a little bit worse. We'll come through here. You can see there's a few dents, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I don't really like that. Like, even this paint chipping a little bit over here. So I think this door might have been repainted. I don't think this is original paint on the door. I don't know if like replacing the door would just be easier than trying to maybe get rid of a few of these dents and stuff. Like, this is pretty bad over here, like squished in right here, dent over here. But I mean, for the undercarriage cleanliness that you get on this car, it was like, how could I say no? Because that's the main problem with Miatas, is that they just rust out so bad. So bad. So how could I say no? If we look at the interior, it's actually really nice in here. We'll take a seat. Why not take a little seat inside this thing? 93, yeah, so it's just straight 90s in here. Not much else to say. You could tell it's a 93 because no passenger airbag. There's actually a little crack in the dash somewhere. I can't see it right now. Got your e-brake, 5-speed manual. Shift's good. Feels nice and tight. When I first drove this thing, it was like, man, I get it now. I get why people want these cars. I was a little skeptical, to be honest. I knew I kind of wanted a Miata because I heard so much about how great these are in terms of being a driver's car. But I was a little skeptical until I drove it. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get why people are obsessed with these cars. I actually really like the gauge cluster here. You got like these little metal or chrome accents on here. It's nice. It's kind of like good quality for being a 93 in here. No AC. This is a base model, so there's no AC, there's no power steering, there's nothing. This is just, you get basic car, and I think that's almost better. Like, we got the crank windows and everything. It's just super, I don't know, it's a OG Miata in here. It really is. It's straight 90s OG Miata. Obviously, pop-up headlights work great. Get out of here. I think this thing was pretty well taken care of, though, considering the undercarriage. And we'll take a look under the hood as well. Show you guys a little bit of a few things in there. Shut this. Yeah, you can take a look at these pop-up headlights. I'm sure you noticed this. Not sure what's going on with these LED markers. I have the originals, though, so I'm going to be putting the originals in because I hate these black ones. We'll go through here. Hood is super light on this. Yeah, here is the engine compartment. Looks fairly clean, you know, no rust on the chassis rails, nothing to be super scared of. But yeah, you can see actually on the block, we've got some, or not on the block, sorry, the valve cover. We've got some compression ratio numbers here. And these, I looked up, they seem to be pretty good for this car. So it seems like it's in healthy shape in terms of the compression with the piston rings and everything like that. But yeah, other than that, just the base 1.6 engine. not much to reveal with this thing, but I gotta say, this engine, I thought it wasn't really gonna feel that sporty, and it really does. It just wants to rev. It's so buzzy. I really get what everyone was talking about and how it's a really, really fun engine to drive around with. New radiator, which is nice as well. I was a little bit worried about that, but yeah, the radiator seems to have failed already and someone replaced it, which is good. But yeah, a little bit of cleanup maybe from this thing, but it's good. It does need a new top. We'll get into that here. Shut that. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got some tape over on the top of this thing because it's got a few little holes. Like, I'll reveal this here. Like, it's not very big at all. Not really a problem. That's why I just put tape for now. But I ordered in like one of those eBay tops, so we're gonna go through the trials and tribulations of replacing the top on this thing because it's just brittle and old. The guy that owned it before me, and probably the guy before him, garaged it, so it was never really a problem. But yeah, you can see, like, I don't think this wing here is stock because this thing came with single stage paint, and this does not look like single stage paint. So I'm thinking that someone put this wing on here. They did a pretty decent job though. It looks pretty factory and well paint matched and stuff like that. But you can see on even on the rear bumper here, this thing needs a good buffing. I might ceramic coat it. I don't know. Do you think that, guys, that's like a good idea? After this thing is buffed and touched up and you make the paint look a little bit nicer, fix like this thing and, you know, touch up all these little paint chips. Is ceramic coat a good idea to help preserve this paint? I think this car needs a little bit of preservation because it's in great shape. It truly is. You can see the suspension in there. It's just so clean and rust free. That was really what I was worried about when I was going into these cars, and so many of them said they had rust in the Facebook listings and stuff. Just like, oh, a little bit of rust on the quarter. This thing's got like nothing. I don't think I could have got a more rust-free car for the price of $6,000, at least where I live. But yeah, another thing's like the black accents on this car. I just do not know what the previous owner, not the guy I bought it off of, the guy that owned it before him, loved to just do like this. Oh, this is like plasti dip. Okay, I'll be taking that right off then. Yeah, I don't know. I like the chrome, the factory chrome. This felt more like spray paint to me, but yeah, you like painted it all black. I'm not sure why. But it's a pretty clean little Miata. Really, really happy with my purchase here, to be honest. These things are just going up in value. I thought now is the time to get one because they're only going to get more expensive. And this is a really, really good example for the price, I think. I hope, if the engine and everything is in good shape. Yeah, I'll get back to you guys because I'm about to go get this thing. I'm going to try to register it and insure it and all that and get plates for it. And we'll go for like a little test drive video. All right, guys, so it's now a few days later since I last recorded that. We've got it all plated up and we're ready to take it out for a drive. It's very early. I'm about to go to the gym, actually, so we'll take this thing for a little drive to the gym. And it should be nicer, actually, after I get out of the gym, so we can get some nice clips of me driving this thing, POV style. Some things I've done since then is I've changed the oil. I did 5W30 synthetic oil by Mobil 1, so hopefully that's good. And you know what, we'll give it a little cold start here. As you can see, yeah, the raining with the top, I tried to seal the top the best I could. And it seemed to have done a pretty good job so far. I don't know. It seems pretty dry in here. But anyways, here's the key. See, I like these old style keys, that old logo. Clutch in. Starts right up. We'll take the top down here. Ugh. I do think this car has an exhaust leak, by the way, which is kind of an issue. So we'll have to look into getting that fixed. It's a very slight one, but it sounds like wind, and you can hear it, especially with the top up. We're going to take the back roads here. The roads are still a little bit wet, so some of you might be screaming about this undercarriage. I might get it undercoated, actually, to try to protect everything, make it really nice, but we'll see if that's a good idea. I try to keep it out of the high RPMs when I'm just first driving it. I feel like that's just good etiquette for any vehicle. You let it warm up a little bit. I mean, it says it's warm, but I doubt that oil is up to temp. There's just no way it gets up to temp that fast. Very easy to downshift this car. It's literally just a blip of the throttle, which is awesome. And you can even slowly lift off the clutch and get a nice smooth downshift if you don't want to rev match. I bet it gets sideways a lot easier, which I did get a little sideways in this thing like twice. It probably gets sideways a lot easier in the rain. Maybe we'll try to give it a bootful and see if it swings the rear out over here a little bit in the rain. A little bit, kind of, oh, it's completely died there. This is another problem I've been having with this car. As I swang it around a corner, it loses all power for like a split second. It is a little low on gas, so maybe it's the tank. I don't know, it loses all power though in like a heavy corner. So that's something I gotta look into, and I don't really know what's causing that. It's done that a few times to me. So ridiculous right now. Absolutely. All right, guys, just got out of the gym here, and yeah, we got the top up. I always put the top up whenever I park somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't trust anybody, or I don't know. You can see my latches here. Like, this one is new, so it's clearly been replaced. And then this one over here, like, it's old, and you can see it's kind of like coming out a little bit. I don't know. I don't exactly trust it. It either needs to be adjusted or replaced. And it was sprinkling outside, so I was gonna try to drive this thing with the top up, so you guys can hear the horrible noises that come out of the car over here. I think it's just an exhaust leak. A lot of people like to daily these. I don't know why you would, because for one, they're extremely unsafe and they're not very practical. I mean, they're practical considering what you're getting out of the package. Like, I actually fit 2 golf bags in the trunk of this thing, which is pretty good, but they're not, you know, this is not the most practical car in the world. So I don't know why you would want to daily it. Maybe if you live somewhere really nice and warm and dry, it doesn't rain a lot and it never snows, maybe you could get away with it. But around where I live, man, the roads are horrible. It snows. It's not the best daily driver, at least around here. You know, I'm not just gonna keep it a weekend car. I'm gonna drive it during the week. I'm taking it to school today. I gotta go back home right now because I forgot my wallet and my parking pass, but it also died around this corner too when I was whipping it real hard in second gear. It cut, oh, there it goes. It just cut out again. It's around a sharp corner that it does that. Maybe it's because the tank is low. I don't know what causes that, man. It's very aggravating. There's just so much noise coming from over here. I think it's the exhaust leak. That's gotta be what it is. I mean, there's just no way. All right, we gotta take this corner over here. I'll take it a little slow. For being a stock Miata, it is a lot quicker than I first anticipated. It's really a good amount of power to have fun with, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Even though it's not a lot, it's enough where it's not like annoying or anything weird like that, you know? Not like an annoying slow car that loves to just rev all the way to red line. That was about 60 there. Not too bad. Second gear really can get you there. I feel a lot more comfortable revving it out now that it's had a nice oil change. And these cars were made at redline, right? I don't really have to worry about ripping on it too much. And the motors are pretty cheap, actually. I would feel comfortable swapping a motor in this vehicle. You know, obviously if I were to swap one, I'd probably find a 1.8. I don't know if I could do VVT. I'd probably have to do an ECU for that, right? I don't know. But I mean, the 1.6 is holding up so far. It seems to have good compression as well and everything, so that's good. And we'll do a tune-up on it. That'll be a separate video. I might bleed the brakes as well. It's got good brakes on it, like in terms of pad wear and stuff, but honestly speaking, it feels like the brake pedal is just, I don't know if it's just an old style brake pedal. It feels weird to me. Like it's very like soft and then all of a sudden it's really hard. So I don't know if it needs to be bled, new brake fluid. That shouldn't be too difficult, so maybe I'll do that as well. Yeah, tell me if it sounds particularly weird inside of this vehicle, because I want to know. All you Miata owners and Miata experts. I feel like there's some weird noises going on down there in D-cell. Oh, God. Whoa, there it goes again, around the corner. Dying out. Spun the tires a little bit there. You guys want to know how I know there's an exhaust leak? I mean, listen to this. You guys might want a really good look at these sills. Give you a nice look. See, are the drains clogged here? I don't know. Where are the drains supposed to be anyways? Man, I'm like the worst Miata owner ever. I don't even know. Somewhere around here. I don't think they're going to be clogged though. This thing is very, very much rust free. Take a look at the other side. Pretty good, right? Not too bad. Not too bad. There's some dings and dents actually on the underside of this thing. Previous owner smacking a rock or something. Now I've got this thing a lot higher up on my body. It's literally around my neck like a collar, and it looks ridiculous. But this is gonna give you guys a better POV view driving the car. I'm gonna head off to school now. And you can probably see my chin a little bit, but let's see. That is a much better POV. I can see it on my phone here. Starter up, top down. This is gonna be a lot nicer of a video for you guys, I think. I mean, the other POVs weren't too bad, but this is gonna be a lot nicer. Let's roll down the window here. Oh my God, yeah, this one is just really tough to roll down. I gotta fix that. It's really just tough. The other one's easy. This one's not so much though. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and head off to school. Definitely need to get gas after school. That's for sure. There you go. All right. See, looks good. Apparently this thing already cooled off. That's what my gauge says, so we won't go too crazy on it. Let it warm up here as I drive. Get some warm air through here though. It's still a little chilly out. It's probably like 55 out maybe, something like that. So much nicer than earlier today though. And I think it's gonna start just dying like around every corner pretty much. So we'll take the corners slow. Slow down here in a second. Honestly, I think stock, it's just a really fun car to drive. And I feel like if you're into driving as something, as a hobby, you gotta drive one of these. I don't see why you shouldn't. Trucks pulled over on the side of the road. It makes it dangerous. We'll set off here. Was a good one. And honestly, it's not too bad at high speeds. I've had it on the highway, 65, 70. It's all right. I mean, can't hear anything with the top down though. So much wind. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for this video. Just got this thing home. As you see, completely failed inspection, which stinks. But what can you do? I mean, these things are illegal. Got a side marker out on this side. This guy's out. And then this is also out as well. So I got a little bit of things to fix up on this car. Yeah, that is the 93 budget Miata that I purchased. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. You like the car? Think I did good for my purchase? And I think it's a lot more fun. It's a nicer car to own than the TDI. It's more of a sports car, really. Thanks everyone for watching. Tune in for more videos about the Miata. We'll see where our progress takes us with this thing. I need some suggestions for modifications. What do you guys do as maybe some fellow Miata owners out there? What are some good modifications, some good first things to do to these cars? And I'll make videos about them and help inform other people as well, just like I did with the Mark 6. If you guys are looking for an update on the Mark 6, not really too much going on with it, to be honest. It's kind of just become my daily driver. I'm kind of done with it. I didn't want to go too far in terms of modifications on that because, you know, you start to reduce the drivability of your vehicle. And this thing, you know, I guess I'm a little bit less concerned about reducing drivability on it, but my main thing with this is if I were to do suspension, lower it, etc., needs to still ride the same as it does stock, and I know that's possible. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.